Hey guys, I'm doing a screen capture again, and today I'm going to show you two pieces of stats. This is my back office for FXTM Invest, and also going to show you my FX book. So as you can see from here in the charts, had a drop yesterday, and this, I'm not running away from it. Basically, there was a glitch. I explained this. I'm not trying to say there's a good thing or anything, but basically what happened, I mentioned this in my previous video as well. A stop loss protection on losing pair somehow, it triggered wrongly. It was a cock up on programming. I'm getting it fixed, and before I put it back on the system, I will definitely run it for 2-3 weeks on demo, just make sure there's no other problems. Other than that, okay, so I put a notice here inside the discuss page. I'm just going to share that view over here. So as I mentioned, to all tracking this account, I'd like to account for today's minus 3.73%. It's a glitch where my loss protection feature executed on all pairs, not just on the chart that it was applied to. I'm reviewing this with a programmer and it'll be fixed in the soonest time. However, we should be able to cover lost ground by improvement of how the take profit is done. A new feature to let the winners run rather to be exited at intervals, which may cause it to lose out on bigger profits in the event of big market moves. If it has to wait for the next 15-minute bar to enter a new trade. Okay, so just to show you how that turned out to be, despite a 3.73% loss on the glitch, this week it is still up by 0.72%. Okay, and is able to put a overall profit, all right, on this week. Although yes, there was a loss, 355, and covered quite a bit of loss since the drop as well. All right, so this just between yesterday and today, that is a nice profit difference. Okay. Unfortunately, because of that, and also because I had to switch my EA to previous version for some of the pairs, so the profit factor is affected. Okay, it should be somewhere around 3, but I had to close trades, re-engage OEA and whatnot. So you will have noticed in the history that several of the trades have been closed with quite small profit in the past day, like all these ones you see here, the $1 and whatnots. So what I was talking about, which was a glitch, is this whole bunch of reds, okay, which cumulatively made up 3.73%, which is a pain. And then see, some of them were making, and actually it all would have been quite okay if it wasn't closed. All right, so anyways, I'm going to run you through to some of the account details. It starts from my end. I don't actually know who these people are, but I can see that this, I think, is starting from the most recent to those who've been around for some time. So some who just joined, okay, this guy, I'm not sure who that is, made 60 on 858. This person has made 65 on 1065. Actually, I think it's probably started with 1000 and it's now at 65. That kind of makes sense. So it's probably started with like just under 800, made 60-ish. This is an account where I probably started with, I don't know, 400 plus or something, and then made 31,962. It's probably started with 300. I think this is an existing member, because on people who are currently or who have previously been with my Binary Lab Elite or Forex Learning Group, I actually give them some concessions on getting in, but it's still at your own risk, because I really recommend that you just start with 1,000 and above. Then the money management should not have much issues. This is $25 profit on 500. Over here is a little bit less, and unfortunately there were some which made some loss because probably of these 3.73% drop as well, and maybe some withdrawals made during the same time. So I'm not trying to run away from it, but you know, I want to encourage anyone who has been on, I mean, like, just check it how I'm running the system. You know, I'm transparent, and you can log in at all times, check things out. I'm working towards being the top 10 in my FX book, although I do not plan to be on Signal Start. And like, I'm looking to fill this with greens at all times wherever possible, and I have a vested interest in this as well. So, like, I've mentioned this before, that in the past I've seen so many systems come and go. I've even, like, previously invested in before I developed my own system, I've invested in other systems. I paid monthly commissions to people to manage a fund, and I realized that many a time the systems failed because we push them beyond their limits. So there are limits that these systems should stay within, and you need to respect that. So I personally respect that. Some of the systems that I've been in the past, I had good payouts of like 30 to 40% per month for a couple of months, and suddenly it just goes bust. So why does that happen? Because, well, actually, if it didn't, sometimes even a few less percent could have made it a lot stable. And it's not a question of making withdrawals regularly or whatnot, but it's about how you kind of keep it at a good rate. So it literally is set and forget. So I recognize the importance of that, and you know, I wish to make my system as set and forget as possible. Alright, let's have a look at over this. So yesterday the account actually dipped down to, it hit a high of 9626 thereabouts, 9626, and then it dropped down to 9230 something. So it was thereabouts, on the 92 something, and then within that time we covered a lot of lost ground, and you know, today it's been able to pocket quite a lot of profits throughout the whole day, offset all that nasty reds with like some blues, and you see those are the nasty reds, and a long string of blues. Alright, very therapeutic to see. So right now, we have a couple of charts going on, and this one's going to hit TP. So I think this will be quite a good day. You know, if in a few hours, you know, probably get back above to the 9500 or so range. Hope to do that before market closes this week, and we're basically back on track. So if you look at FX book, I know it's a little bit of a shame. Like if we look at this month, it's 9.21% for this month. It really could have been the full 13%, no 14, even, yeah, 14, no, sorry, 13%. It should have been 13% by now had the glitch not happened. But I mean, well, it's all about how it bounces back as well. I didn't want the mistake to happen. But you know, like, we're on track for double digit this month nonetheless. Alright, so that's all for now. I'll just check it out. The monthly has been upgraded once again. It was at a rating of 16.6% per month, went down to 13-ish as of yesterday, but now it's back at 14.31, which is very good. Alright, that's all for now. If you have any questions, just write into my Facebook page. Otherwise, to get started, you can actually get information here. Just go on the info tab. Let's try and get that to you. The general or whatever. Okay, here you go. So yeah, I think you got to check this out on a computer, because it's not going to show here. So check out on the computer and you can see there's instructions and links, but you just go to video description, you can get started on my page. Alright, bye for now.